Right. All right. All right. Take a deep breath. Get with my sippy cup here. The one that says "Call, don't fall" on it from when I was at the hospital. All right. All right. Mm. That's some good Missouri tap water, folks. Okay. All right. So I'm up at 2 in the morning. It's 12/12/2021, and I'm gonna I'm gonna talk about my Al Hirschfeld Canon art piece here. It's a lithograph, so this is my spoken Ruach video. I'm doing this in December 2021. Okay, and it's kind of a really funny, unorthodox kind of story about how I got Al Hirschfeld's, one of Al Hirschfeld's lithographs. It's a sign lithograph. It's a for real lithograph. You know, the Lion King. He's known as the Lion King, Al Hirschfeld. Okay, so I was introduced to Al Hirschfeld from thrown away newspapers in high school of the New York Times during my troubled teenage years. Yeah, I'd go into the library, and they would have the New York Times, on newspaper, right? And they had these bars on the paper, right? And I'd sneak off to a back table, and I just stare at these things, okay? And it's early 1990s is when I discovered him, and I thought Al Hirschfeld was a genius. Well, he is a genius, and I used to clip out Al Hirschfeld art from the fine arts section of the papers that they were going to throw away, right? And so I'd put them in like a book in my backpack, right? And I'd hang them up on my bedroom wall, and you know, uh, they were inspiring for me. I was like, wow, wow, this is amazing. And so it was around 1991 or 1992, and that's when I first discovered Al Hirschfeld, and he just blew my mind. And uh, I have two art books of Al Hirschfeld. I have Al Hirschfeld in New York, right? And I have another one called Al Hirschfeld online, not online, online. Uh, and I just stare at those. I ordered those pretty recently from Amazon. I paid $11 for the Al Hirschfeld online. It's a beautiful book. I suggest it. I recommend it. Yeah. So okay, getting back to the story of how I acquired this Al Hirschfeld Canon lithograph, this art piece. Okay, in 2016, I had a choice between five art pieces, right, that were sold on eBay, and so there was five, and they're in the Viacom series, the ones that Al Hirschfeld did in 1985. So I had a choice. So there was Twilight Zone, Rod Serling, that was the first one. Perry Mason, Grizzly Adams, Petticoat Junction, and then Cannon. Okay. So I put my bids on every single one of these lithographs, right? And well, of course, of course, the ones that were being going for was the ones like Twilight Zone and Perry Mason, and I almost won the Grizzly Adams one. I almost won that, and but I didn't quite win it. Because they have power sellers on eBay, right? And so I was kind of in this bidding war for Canon, the William Conrad art piece, and I guess nobody wanted this art piece, because you know because why? It's Canon. It's a more obscure show, and uh, and it's more obscure Al Hirschfeld art. I guess you would say it's a lesser known uh, Hirschfeld art piece. So I won this Canon art piece, and I paid $22 to $23. I'm gonna say 23. Free shipping. And I put my bid in the last 2 to 3 minutes of the auction, right? And yeah, and I ended up winning it. And it's just amazing that I got this thing, and you know, it's kind of a dream come true for me, and because I've been following this guy's artwork since high school, basically, in college, and okay, so the lithograph, and if I look at it right, and this lithograph is 29 out of 200. It looks like it might say 24 on it out of 200, but I'm pretty sure it's 29 out of 200. Okay, and I had this Hirschfeld Canon piece in a tube, right? And I didn't frame it till 5 years later, and so I was going for like a classic look on it, right? And okay, so I guess these Al Hirschfeld pieces, they came from an estate sale in Long Island, New York. Okay, and the reseller was based in Florida. Okay, I I no longer have an eBay account nor PayPal account, but if I remember right, I paid this from uh, a PayPal card, and I entered the card information right, and yes, so this was a different time for me. This was well before pre-pandemics, okay, and uh, you know I got this Al Hirschfeld Canon piece in a tube uh, sent to me on my late mother's birthday, and the tube was stamped 8/8/2016. I think that's amazing. I think that's remarkable because and okay, in this art piece, it's signed by Hirschfeld in pencil, and it's signed and numbered. Okay, so coming back to this era, 2021. Uh, okay, a couple months ago, as of this recording, I got this Canon art frame 5 years later, and yeah, he's the framer's a really good framer, and he just lives down the street. I mean, it takes like 5 minutes to drive down there, and he first showed me this art piece, and I was like on his email, right, and he was all like, "Here's your boy," and I looked at this like, oh my gosh, they did such a remarkable job of framing. I was going for this classic look. I wanted to go for this true look of Al Hirschfeld's black and white pieces, because I'm more obsessed with the black and whites that Hirschfeld did, right? And yeah, it's just when they were doing the frame, it's like I say, my framer wrote me back, and he showed me, he took a digital picture of this art piece, and he was like, here's your boy. And I looked at us, and I was just blown away. And so I drove up there. Can't remember when I drove up there, but yeah, when he unveiled this art piece, I was blown away. I was just like, yeah, my framers did this art piece true justice. And yeah, that's what's cool, because my framers said this was only the second Al Hirschfeld that he'd ever framed, right? And yeah, I mean, he really dug this thing. And so I got this framed the second year of the pandemics, and it's funny because because of this art piece, I got this thing hanging up in my sleep room, right? Came pandemics time, Canon comes on me TV at 2 in the morning. Well, I've got more of an obsession watching Canon now because of this Canon art piece. Yeah, I stare at this piece every single day when I wake up, and yeah, it's just a cool art piece, and it's a dream come true for me. It really is. It's such a nice art piece, and my framers, they did it justice. What did they call it? He said it was a double bevel, and just a real nice art piece. They told me to keep it out of the sun, and I do, and it's just a really nice art piece, and it's really a dream come true for me. Nobody else wanted this art piece on eBay several years ago. Well, it's a dream come true for me, folks, and I stare at it, and it does look like William Conrad. Hirschfeld did this piece just total justice, and it's got Nina in it, in the gray sideburn, right? Sideburns. I think Al Hirschfeld captured this thing perfectly, because William Conrad was a big man, big man, and nobody else wanted this art piece. I'm glad I have it, and it's part of me. It's a personal possession, but I really believe that this art piece came from God himself, and I dare say it, Al Hirschfeld himself, because yeah, I had a premonition. I saw Al Hirschfeld's face. He's probably one of my spirit guides. Well, pretty sure he is one of my spirit guides. But definitely an influence of mine. Total influence. Yeah, so I like art like Richard Corbin, right? Al Hirschfeld, of course, and those two in particular were kind of the ones that I grew up with and discovered in high school. And just, yeah, my favorite Al Hirschfeld lithograph of all time is Doctor Who. I love that art piece. The first 7 Doctors, and I stare at that and I'm like, oh my gosh. But of course, Al Hirschfeld was the Lion King. He's called the Lion King for a reason, folks. Whenever he did the caricatures, that you knew they were caricatures, right? But they got portraiture in them too, and they got realism in there too, while being a caricature. And I just always thought Al Hirschfeld was genius. Stare at his artwork for hours, hours. Yeah. Well, I study St. John's codes, Revelation codes, and that's probably going to be the last part of this audio recording, but wanted to get this out here. And I study English gematria, or you could call it alphanumerics, right? In my St. John's codes, my 1110s come up like this. So it's 1110 equals A, Mickmo, B, real Al H canon. And then the second one goes 1110 equals A, Mickmo, B, his Al H canon. So H stands for Hirschfeld, obviously. And then the third code goes like this. It's 1110 equals A, Mickmo, B, God, and Hirschfeld. So yeah, I really believe that this was a gift from the Lord. It had to be, because growing up I barely had anything, and any sort of outside influence was just amazing to me. Well, so my art influences are definitely Derek Riggs, Al Hirschfeld, Richard Corbin, and I'm going to say Sam Keith. So that completes the 4 corners of that. And yeah, so the next part of this video is gonna be where I shoot the raw video, and I show you this piece, and it's a for real art piece, and it's really cool. It's breathtaking art piece, and it's so simple, For Al Hirschfeld, it's more of a simple. Well, I don't want to say too simple, but it's just a portrait piece. Yeah, it's a cool art piece, and I'm glad I wake up to it every single day since I got it framed 1 or 2 months ago. It's so freaking cool. Yeah, I was thinking about investing more money into maybe buying another Hirschfeld art piece. They're actually, they are really hard to find in the pandemics, because the sellers, the resellers, they want so much for those. I guess I was in the right time, right place, right, and no longer having an eBay account, and but at one time I did, and no, I don't think it was just luck. Seems like luck. No, it was the Lord. It definitely the Lord, because yeah, it's a pretty cool art piece. Yeah, I say go William Conrad art pieces. Yeah, it's a nice art piece, and Well, I wanted to share this as a video, an audio video recording, whatever. Yeah, and that's it. That's it. So, there you go. Yeah. Uh, Nobody F's with Canon, by the way. Yeah, it's a great detective show. I really getting into it in the latter half of 2021. Had no idea the obsession of shows like Canon and Barnaby Jones. I'd be watching late at night, like you know, just it's a cool art piece. You know, Al Hirschfeld caught it. He got it. I mean, but then again, it's Al Hirschfeld. Whatever art he does captures the image of a celebrity or an actor or whatever. He's the Lion King. All right. So I'm gonna conclude it from there. Shaloms, folks. Hope you liked my video. Thanks a ton. Thank you. Yeah, here it is. Here's my Al Hirschfeld Canon lithograph. Zoom in on him. Yeah, I think Al Hirschfeld did an excellent job of getting William Conrad's likeness. It's just incredible. This is an art piece that had to grow on me for a little bit, and once it did, I said, for the amount that I paid for this, it's just an awesome art piece. Nobody else wanted this lithograph, but I was like, hey, it's Al Hirschfeld, it's Canon, legendary TV show, legendary. Yeah, that's really cool. So zoom in on him a little bit. Yeah, that's totally William Conrad. And, have see if I can zoom in on this. Have the Nina right there in his white gray hairs. And then you have the chest hair. When my framer was framing that, he was like, oh, I had to be wary of the chest hair because I have two cats, and there was some cat hair on this, a little bit, but that got removed through the framing process, and okay, that's the number. Zoom in on that a little bit. So it says 59 out of 200, or it could say 54. Could say 54, but I'm pretty certain it says 59. And then the actual signature right there. Hirschfeld's name in pencil. Yeah, that's a cool art piece. Anyway, I wake up every day to this, and in the pandemics of the 2020s, folks. But that's cool, I just got it framed recently as of this video. Yeah, it's a cool art piece. Very grateful to have it. Of course, because you get on the websites, and these things are going for thousands of dollars, hundreds to thousands of dollars, and I looked online, and I think Hirschfeld Canon was going for something like how much was that going for? I'm gonna say $400 to $600 on the high end. I paid $23 for this. I'm so grateful to have this. Turns up in my my God codes, my St. John's codes. Yeah, it's just amazing. Amazing art piece. It grows on you. It's it's like having a Picasso in my house, but no, this is way better to me than a Picasso. Not that I wouldn't mind having a Picasso, but you know, I just stare at this art piece sometimes. I think like Al Hirschfeld, brilliant caricature artist, brilliant. You know, I own a book of Al Hirschfeld. I actually own two books. Yeah, this is a cool art piece. So yeah, this is gonna be about it. Hail William Conrad, and hail the double bevel of this art piece. There it is, folks. There it is. Shaloms. See ya. William Conrad. Who? I have no idea who that is.
Special guest star, Clue Gallagher.
Clue Gallagher from Return of the Living Dead? Oh, this is gonna rock. Yes! Yes! Yeah, baby, yes! Alright. Get to the show already! Let's go see some Cannon. Let's go see some William Conrad here, baby. Yes. Westerns. Westerns. Here we go.
Tell me why. Client relationship, huh? Yeah, you private guy. Always asking.
Frank Cannon, baby. He's the ultra pimp.
Ed Foster, pronounced star. But what do I look like? An ex-cop who probably pays more taxes than I do. Not this strip. This is on the cut. The Scouts are. Hi. Hey, Dave, will you run this through, please?
The whirling machines. Well, what should we do? Let's get Frank Cannon on it.
Foster Al deceased. Foster Ed serving indeterminate sentence. That's the best you can do?
No, fuck with Frank Cannon.
So he hasn't got a record. Well, at least you know that much. Oh, he's using a new alias. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Frank Cannon's coming for you, and he's gonna kick your ass. He's gonna kick you in the balls. Why? Because he's Frank Cannon.
Foster. Ed Foster. You remember the name?
Frank Cannon. Buddy. Yeah.
Look, if this is a heist, you're welcome to it. Easy, fat man. It's my wallet. It's in my pocket. Forget it. Where's your roommate? Nobody else lives here. Where's Quill? Never heard of him.
Karate chop.
I won't ask you again. You're Foster, huh? Never mind who I am. Just tell me about Quill. Jonathan Quill. And when I left, I told him to stay
You
here.
can't shoot Frank Cannon, man. Baby.
Turn around.
Frank Cannon's bulletproof. They think he's obese, but that's all muscle, baby. Frank Cannon. Do-do-dong. Do-do-do-dong. I'm looking for the guy from Return of the Living Dead here. Who am I? I'm Frank Cannon.
Well, it's Frank Cannon.
Answer the door, please. Answer the door. Don't fuck with me. I'm Frank Cannon. Aha.
You know, the next time you decide to duck out on me, you can find yourself a new boy. I didn't know what else to do, Mr. Cannon. I got sick.
I saw you in a movie once.
What's the matter with it?
You were hunting down the tar man. I'm Frank Cannon. You're not turning into a zombie, are you?
Cure a malarial attack.
Malaria? No, I don't. I just needed some medicine, you know.
Yeah, sure you did.
Bullets deflect off of my belly and my chest.
Yours, isn't it?
I'm Frank Cannon.
Yeah.
You got any more?
Where's the other two zombies? Send more paramedics. send to more
When'd you get
paramedics.
delirium?
About a year ago, in prison.
You told me you bought an insurance policy on your life and named Foster the beneficiary.
That's right.
What was the value of the policy?
5,000. Paid off.
You're lying, Quill. You said you had only
You
a few
can't
$100.
damage me. I'm
Well, no insurance
I'm
would issue a
Cannon.
$5,000 paid-up policy for a few $100.
$5,000.
What about the physical? There's no way you could pass one not in your condition.
Yes.
Foster wanted 5,000. I told him he didn't have that much. It was his idea, the insurance.
Call the hotline.
You see, I had
It's
a
a zombie.
policy that had lapsed
Zombie
while I was in
killer.
prison. They
Hey.
changed the date, the amount. Look, I'm sorry, I don't know why I
Uh-huh.
didn't tell you before.
What else didn't you tell me before?
Well, the rest of it's true. It's all true. You gotta believe that.
Well, Foster knows this address, and you can't go back to my place. We're gonna have to move you. I just had a visitor with a nervous trigger finger and a nasty temper. He was looking for you.
Foster.
I couldn't see him in the dark.
Well, it's gotta be Foster. I mean, who else would be looking for me?
I don't know, but I can
I'm
tell you one
looking
thing.
for
If
you.
it was Foster, he'd have a hell of a
Frank
time
Kennedy.
collecting on an accidental death claim
Frank
using a
Kennedy.
gun.
That's me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. A little lower. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Ted said, relax.
Whoa.
Do you want me to?
No, I do not want you to.
It's hot women on Cannon.
Okay, turn.
And Frank Cannon.
Forget it.
Eddie. Not yelling. It's my word.
Yeah,
That's about it for me. I'm gonna watch the rest of Frank Cannon. And Girls and Frank Cannon.